Netrunners are probably the most terrifying people you can run into in Night City. Like, imagine you're just walking down the street, then all of a sudden your legs aren't moving. You can't see nothing. And then, wow, your arm is twitching a little. So in honor of that, I'm going to be going over my Netrunning build. We're going to be going over the weapons, the cyberware, skill tree, and the perks. But before we get to all that, this build is mostly a critical burn build. So anytime I hit burn on enemies, it is going to do a lot of damage when hitting them with electrical weapons as well. And before I get into the meat and potatoes of the build, I just want to show off some footage here from the Oda boss battle and fight against some Gangoons. So with Oda, I hit him with a cripple movement, cyber malfunction, overheat, and a short circuit. Then again, I'm going to hit him with cripple movement, synapse burnout, and a short circuit, followed by an overheat, and that's going to do some massive damage. And then you hit them with the Yinglong, which adds like a 13% to, I think, electrical damage per shot. So yeah. Now the way I see quick hacking work after 2.0 is that you have to hit the quick hacks in a specific order to generate more RAM after you complete like a 4 set of quick hacks, I think. And then once you're done that 4 set, you can wait a little bit of time and then upload more. And then with the Gangoons, I'm just going to upload like a simple reboot optics or cripple movement before uploading contagion, and this is going to spread like wildfire throughout all of them. And the overclock ability and your health are very important to this build as well, because that's going to allow you to upload even more hacks to even more enemies. And then basically you're just playing cleanup with your gun after all the enemies are affected by the hacks you uploaded. And a little more into the video, I'll go over how you can customize this build specifically to one of, like, I think 3 or 4 archetypes that you can equip it to. So there'll be chemical, burn, electrical, and, well, that's it actually. So there's only 3. But yeah, I'm going to try and explain how you can customize this build to do maximum damage to either 3 of those status affected enemies. Now the weapon I use is the Yinglong because it has a 20% chance to shock enemies, and I also use a Cheapskate because the damage and the fire rate just get more intense over time, and then the Pariah, which is Reed's iconic tech pistol. Now going into the technical skill tree, you want pretty much all the perks that give you more cyberware and cyberware capacity. And then the perks over to the side here for the health buffs and the grenade buffs. Then going into reflex, you want the skills that give you the dash ability, and then just a little bit of more damage for the SMG. Then going into body, you just want to get the main skills that give you the adrenaline rush and the pain to gain skill. Hop on over to intelligence, and you basically want just every single skill that doesn't involve monowire. Especially if you're a netrunner, you can use the smart weapon skill tree to really upgrade your perks as you go, and that's going to be like super helpful. And in cool, I don't really have anything because you don't really need to worry about that. And in the relic skill tree, I have vulnerability analytics and machine learning, which is going to be the weak spot detection, which is going to really help you with electrical damage. And now in perks, this is just going to overall help you with RAM and RAM regeneration. So this increases RAM generate by 5%. Increases your RAM by 1. It also gives you a perk point so you can put that towards your intelligence tree. 20% lock on with smart weapons. And again, increases RAM recovery by 5%, increases by 1 RAM. A perk point to put towards intelligence. Negative 20% for quick hacks against vehicles. Then plus 5 combat quick hack damage. 43% duration for overhack. 10% health regain on overhack. Or overcloak, sorry. And then when overcloak is active, it reveals all enemies. And now for the cyberware. I'm using the iconic Netwatch Net Driver. It gives you 13 RAM and does 30% damage. And the Kuroshi Oracles, which will highlight enemies through walls, and also gives me a nice RAM regen when eliminating an enemy. And then the faceplate you get with the Phantom Liberty story. And then the Smart Lock, which gives quick hack damage and RAM regeneration with neutralizing an enemy. Also the Micro Generator in the second hand slot. It gives you 250 electrical damage when you reload, so that pairs nice with the Yinglong. Adrenaline booster for 24% more stamina and RAM regen when neutralizing an enemy. Heal on kill for more RAM regen. The blood pump just for a health item. Also gives crit chance against burning enemies. And then I have the Link's Paws equipped for more quick hack damage, stealth damage, and melee damage. So it all pairs together very nicely. Then for the other side, I have the Ram Recoup, which is just going to give me quick hack damage and Ram regen from neutralizing an enemy. And it gives you another Ram and increases Ram up to 3% for the damage you take. And then the Phoenix for Ram regeneration when available Ram is below 2. Also headshot damage multiplier, reload speed, and aim speed. Endomorphic skeleton for max health for when you go into overclock mode, so that's helpful. Also, I've equipped the thermal projectile launch system, which is going to give 30 damage and 30% burn chance, so that's going to pair nice with the Yinglong and the other crit burns we have in our cyberware. And then the Xdis, which is going to give me another 5 max RAM and 36% upload speed for quick hacks and another crit chance against enemies affected by burn. The RAM Relocator Iconic version, which is going to give me another 2 max RAM and more electrical damage against enemies and quick hack damage and RAM regen. The RAM Upgrade, which is going to give me 2 extra RAM and melee damage resistance, damage over time resistance, and RAM regen when neutralizing an enemy, so that's really helpful. And then for the bottom slots, I just have subdermal armor and optical camo, and then another piece of armor that protects against burn. Also, just a reflex tuner, Kresnikov, and yeah, that's just gonna help be a little helpful with movement. I just wanted to touch on this very quickly and briefly. When you see these extra stats when you're upgrading your cyberware, you can either get electrical, burn, or chemical. Now, if you pair these with the correct choice of weapons, you can do insane amounts of damage when you upload your quick hacks. And yeah, that's basically my build video. Thanks for watching, and I hope you have a good day.